again, I can go on forever on this, but just skimming through the key points. ISKO, ayan, si ISKO, nakinig dun sa advice natin na, sabi ko, barong ka naman, sir, medyo, naman, kasi alam mo, to be honest, marami ako narinig, mga folks natin, from humble backgrounds and all, and, randomly conversation, sino ba to, ganun. Tapos, pag pumuntang topic kay ISKO, parang, ay, masyadong bata. Si Sarah, mas bata pa. Kaya kay ISKO yan, di ba? Tapos yung mga reaction nila, ay, ganun ba? And then you could see talaga there na siguro, masyadong bata yung dating ni ISKO in the sense na, siyempre, expect ng tao pag presidente, medyo di ba? And of course, in the case of Bongbong Marcos, especially in the past, nung mas bata pa siya, and even more, specifically in the case of Sarah, well, yung mileage nila ay galing sa tatay nila, di ba? At walang ganun mileage si ISKO, di ba? So he's really running on his own merits. So in this sense, I think I said, I know it sounds shallow, but I think it's better to project kind of mature statementsmanship and all. So okay yan, interesting na mga nagbarong talaga this time. At bagay naman, seryoso siya, and I think he was really ready to go. And then boom, yung first tanong pa lang, ang hirap sa kanya, tanong sa kanya, yung issue ng yung 50 million na yung issue na na-raise dun sa interview ni Jessica Soho. At interestingly, what ISKO did there was to kinda turn it into his own favor by framing it as, this is an issue of transparency in tax payment. And transparent ako. Inamin ko naman talaga may ganyan. At binayaran ko yung tax. Pumunta ko sa BIR. So he kind of turned it around. But I think the more fundamental issue, and I think this is what ISKO should have emphasized more, is electoral finance reform. Malaking problema yan sa ating bansa. Hindi natin alam talaga saan galing yung mga malalaking pera para sa mga advertisements, tens of millions, minsan billion ang ginagastos sa elections. Malaking issue yan. Kasi kung ikaw ay kumukuha ng million sa isang kampo, it's hard to expect you to not toe that comes line pag ikaw ay politiko, di ba? I mean, or at least there is that expectation, or there is that kind of twisted relationship there. So, mahalaga na meron tayong more transparency at saka may cap din tayo doon sa election spending. And also, kung ano yung natitira, saan dapat pumunta? Dapat ba ibalik yan sa donors? Dapat ba ibalik yan sa kaban ng bayan? Dapat ba, diba? Or pwede mo ba iuwi yan, diba? Because that raises some questions, right? So yung electoral finance reform, I think, is an important issue. And I think yun yung term na dapat gagamitin ng ISKO campaign whenever this issue is raised. And they say, yeah, we have no problem with that. So far, we followed the text of the law. We were transparent about it. I've been honest about it. At yun naman yung in-emphasize niya, nagbayad po tayo ng buwis, pumunta pa tayo sa BR. Pero yun nga, sinusupport po namin more forthcoming and more, I would say, democratic electoral finance reform. At malaking debate yan sa Amerika at ibang bansa. I'm sure we have to have some really reasonable discussion about that. Now, dun sa issue ng foreign direct investment, it's interesting that si ISKO, he made it very clear na ayaw natin maging katulad ng mga ibang bansa like Sub-Saharan Africa kung saan ito may investor from China, and then the next thing you know, parang ayun na, yung buong town nandyan na, alam niya na, di ba? You know na the rest of the story, di ba? At yung iba, tawag nila dyan, new colonialism na. So, ang para sa kanya, we have to welcome foreign direct investments, lalong-lalo na, binuksan na ngayon. Binuksan na po yung mga critical sectors natin ngayon, yung mga telecom, etc. sa foreign investment. So, dapat sisiguraduhin natin na mauna yung ating national interest. So, I like the fact that ISKO emphasized the point of national interest. Na hindi lang yung bukas tayo to any investment and all. Kasi for a long time, alam ko yung issue ng tao is, yung Pilipinas, wala tayong competition dahil mga oligarchs lang dito yung nag-control. But let's not forget, kung bubuksan mo naman ng ganyan, bara-bara lang, at mga questionable investors from abroad come in, that could even have worse implications for the country. No? So dapat sisiguraduhin mo talaga na these foreign investments do not have deleterious impact on sa ating national security. Na yung ating critical infrastructure ay hindi hawak sa leeg ng mga ibang bansa. And to make sure yung national interest natin, it comes first. And I always say, ako taga Baguio ako, Cordilleras and all, na yes, okay, gusto natin ibenta yung ating mga mineral resources abroad. But one day, if you want to be manufacturing country yourself, you need those minerals. Saan natin kukunin yan? O kung uubusin lang natin yan, at dami pang illegal mining at kalokohan nangyari dyan. No? So we have to make sure that foreign investments really serves the interests of the nation and yung mga communities on the ground na most directly affected. And also, high-quality investment. High-quality investment. Hindi lang yung mga raw material, mining, mga ganun. We want investments that brings greenfield investments, long-term investments, manufacturing, tech, etc. At dito yung interesting, no? Na minention pa nga ni ISKO yung Elon Musk, no? Yung Starlink system niya, at yung data analytics. It's good to see a candidate always emphasizing that we have to have data-driven approach to governance because that's exactly what we haven't seen under President Duterte. Yung data niya ay hindi natin alam saan galing. Yung mayroon siyang drug list, mga ganun. That's not a 21st century style of governance. Naku po. Wag na, tama na. So I'm glad na medyo minention data, medyo minention yung cutting edge technology na pwede natin gamitin, including especially dealing with climate change issues. At saka pag may mga natural disasters, pwede tayo magkaroon ng real-time analysis, no? So, maganda yan. At, in fairness, in-mention din niya si MLQ, no? Manuel Quezon, kung saan yung loyalty to the people should always come first. It should be your North Star, it should be your moral compass, and it should precede and oversee and transcend, yung whatever partisan leanings ng meron ka, lalo na si ISKO kasi ang dami niya naging partido di ba? So he has to make sure na at the end of the day, eye on the ball, right? Eye on the ball, and that's the national interest if naging president siya.